Ladies and gentlemen, true simplicity is what changes things. With the right mindset, you can actually turn your weaknesses into strengths. I know it sounds real good. With true simplicity, you can make exorbitant amounts of money, more money than potentially you've ever imagined. We're going to talk about being in the right mindset. We're going to teach you how to think about the right mindsets. And remember this, if I say one word tonight, just one word, one sentence, one paragraph that resonates with you, I promise you it will be worth every second that you spend here tonight. I am Mark Melnick. This is the Newsbeat Show. Пожалуйста, слушай меня. You got to read this disclaimer in its entirety. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for reading it at the beginning of the video. I appreciate it. So, as somebody who is a guru, somebody who is sort of that person, it's kind of incredible to see the various styles of trading, the various traders, the various people who are part of this community, the various people who really step forward and make things like really special, and where they're finding success in the current environment. I think that is one of the key things. That is one of the key things here of the people finding success in this environment. And I just want to sort of share some things with you, and then teach you how to be in the right mindset. I truly believe the best traders are the ones who take the simplest approach. How do you define best? Consistency. Consistency. Now, I know some of you might say, well, what's consistency if I'm making $1 every day? Don't be that person who takes things to the nth degree. That is obviously not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to a true form of consistency that can change your life. So I'm going to highlight an email that came about half an hour ago, and it was something that I found inspiring throughout the day. It literally came in, 20 minutes ago, whatever. And it says, "Hey Mark, today was a weird day. It started off rough for me. I ended up tilting a little trying to catch a Tesla breakout that never came. I went through the whole mental gambit that happens when you do that. Come on, not again, giving my week back, all those negative psychological toxic thoughts. I just can't stay consistent. Stupid market, dumb Tesla." But I took a deep breath and I reset myself. GME happened and I got back green, right at green. I had an appointment, so I logged off, took a break till 3 o'clock p.m., came back. Nothing looked interesting, so I thought I would check and see if GME was getting good price improvement like it was earlier in the day. To sum things up really quickly, all I did was market order into GME, in and out, a bunch of times. And all he was doing was taking about, I would say about on average 10 option contracts. And just for people looking at a number on your screen, I think this is the point where I'm supposed to say, oh, results vary, and not, you know, not everybody could expect these results, but I'm not really focusing on the point that he made $38,000 today scalping 10 contracts in and out of GameStop. What I'm actually focused on is the consistency, because if you actually looked at GameStop today, I'm going to show you a 5-minute chart of GameStop today. And this was GameStop. And he made most of his money in GameStop, or a big chunk of it, right here in this hour. And he wasn't loading the boat. He wasn't taking massive positions. There wasn't even relatively a big move in GameStop. But he knew the strategy he was doing and he applied it, and he was able to make money. See, little do you know is this strategy was actually offered to you for free throughout my videos. I even highlighted part of it. I even highlighted it last week. I did a couple videos on it. And, it's one person doing one strategy on a silly name like GameStop, just clicking buy and clicking sell. That's all it was. and he's not really holding positions that long. I mean, we're talking on average, he's probably holding the positions way less than a minute. What are we talking about? 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds in a zone that didn't really move. You're probably sitting there thinking, that's impossible. Now, I mean, I had a five-figure day. He made more than me today. But I will say this. When it comes to trading, you have to eliminate your mindset of can't, because really you can do anything. If it's simple, if it's as simple as doing it, I believe you could do anything. Having the right attitude to the market is that little thing that really makes such a big difference. And, I love people who are like saying, I can't do this. I'm a swing trader. I'm this trader. I'm this trader. Stop defining yourself by labels in which those around you on Wall Street have put upon you. You're not a swing trader. You're not a scalper. You're not any of these things. That's all a lie. That's bullshit. You know who you are? Tell me your name. That's who you are. You're you're John, Alex, Jim, Jill, Sarah. You are people. You are human beings. And if you're able to change your mindset around that, once your mindset actually changes, everything on the outside will change along with it. You see, in trading, everything begins inside your mind. And with that right mindset, I have zero doubt you will succeed. You see, why Wall Street is a bunch of effing douche scumbags. That's sort of like a douchebag scumbag, but it's a douche scumbag. See, I'm trying to combine words. Is because if they were, everybody comes to Wall Street looking for an honest answer, and you never get it. You never get it. You come to them and they want to make you reliant. You're coming to them and saying, what is this trading about? And you know what they do? They drop the Encyclopedia Britannica on your effing face and tells you that that's what you need to learn in order to become successful. You need to know everything in and out. Who can argue with that mentality? It sounds so intelligent when you say it like that. But the truth is, the exact opposite is true of what you actually need. You know, when it comes to any aspect of life, there are really just three things you need to do in order to really become wealthy. You have to have the right mindset, you have to discover your purpose, and you have to find a business that expresses that purpose. So many people come and they talk about all the big things. I find it hilarious. I can come to you right, I'll prove it to you. Don't take my word for it. I'll prove it to you. If I came to you guys right now and I asked you, what is the perfect scenario for you as a trader in life? Most of you would say, I could trade from wherever I want. I could set my own hours. I could go in the market, make some money, come out happy, stress free, spend time with my family, with my work, with my whatever makes you playing a video game, doing a sport, traveling, music, what it doesn't, writing, painting, drawing, it doesn't matter. That's what most of you would answer would be sort of the utopia of day trading. Yet, I find it very peculiar when those are your actual aspirations that you have to sit there, you have to be a swing trader, you have to be a day trader, you have to manage this, you have to manage 20 positions. You know what swing traders do when the market closes? Well, let me see where my stock is trading at right now after hours. Where are the futures moving? Let me go read some news because my position is up. That's going to give me a confirmation bias of all the bullshit that I read about the stock and make me feel better about it. Oh, my stock is down. Let me still read a good news thing so I don't feel so shitty that my position is down. You never disconnect from the market. You're literally a trader for the rest of your life. You will never make a good decision if you are always connected into the market. Look, it's your right to choose what you do and don't do, to choose what you believe in and don't believe in. It is your right to curate your life and your own perspective of things. I humbly believe if I could show you that that perspective can actually be more in line with what you are aspiring to do, that I might actually be able to change your life through this one video. And that's what's going through my head. So many traders try this. I tried this, it fails. I tried this, it fails. I tried this, it fails. How many people feel that way? I tried this, it fails. Everything you do fails as a trader. How many of you guys feel that way? You know what? I've got one for you. You haven't failed. You've just found 10,000 ways that don't work, is what you found. My argument is keep it simple, easy, and effective, because once you have control over your mind, anything you want in trading is possible. So many people have these negative thoughts, and you know what? It's not your fault because you paid the money, you learned the thing. Wall Street led you astray. I'm not saying it's 100% on Wall Street. I'm saying you came to a professional for help and they basically talked you off a cliff and charged you for it. Now, yes, you are the one who walked off the cliff, but you entrusted people who are scumbags and let you down. Don't say I'm never going to get this trading. Say, what shall I try new instead? Don't say, hey, I'm awesome at this. Everything is great. Because then you're going to tilt later. Instead, say, I seem to be on the right track. Don't say, I just can't do this. Say, I'm going to have to practice this. Don't look at trading and say, this is just too hard for me. I can't do it. Tell yourself this is going to take some time. Don't look at another trader and say, oh, it's easy for them. They're just clever or smart. Say, I'm going to work out to see exactly how he or she is doing this. Don't ever come and say, my answer is fine the way it is. Say, what can I do to make my answer better? And that is the mindset of someone who's improving. And if you are improving, you need to be smart enough to understand the dynamic that whatever you learned as a trader is constantly going to change. Don't fall for people who tell you that you could do the same strategy over and over and over and make money for the rest of your life. 98% of you will blow up your accounts. Don't look at the days of the week as a negative thing. Oh, it's a Monday. If you have the right mindset, you can be just as happy on a Monday as you are on a Friday as on a Saturday. Making money in the market is not a difficult endeavor. You make it a difficult endeavor. Wall Street cheated you, manipulated you, charged you to make it more difficult and almost impossible. You see, the way Wall Street thinks is most people are going to fail anyway. Might as well milk the living shit out of you right now as hard as we can early at the door. And then whatever happens, you already served your purpose. The whole marketing budget served its purpose. You joining served its purpose. Everything served its purpose because you had to pay to get in the nightclub. You ever pay to go to the nightclub and the nightclub is, 90% empty? But when you're outside, all you hear is the music and you see the roided out bouncer at the door and you paid your 20, 25 bucks and got in, right? I love challenges. You need to be intrigued by your own mistakes. You need to enjoy the effort and keep on learning, because if you do not enjoy that process, trading will not be for you. You need to constantly change your strategies. You need to constantly change what you do, because the market is going to change on a dime. And when it happens, if you come out and you're like, oh, I have it all figured out, you're going to be the person who blows up when the market changes, and you're going to be doing real good. And then all of a sudden, holy shit, I have right back to where I started, if not even worse. The question for you when you want to succeed is not who's going to let me. Don't say who's going to let me succeed. Say who's going to stop me. Have a positive mentality. I think making, and I can't talk on anybody's behalf. It is just my opinion. Do your own due diligence. You read the disclaimer. I think trading is fucking easy. I think it's fucking easy. You want to know the hard part about trading? Trying to figure out what's working in the current environment. That's the hard part about trading. Once you figure that shit out, oh my God, just go ahead and apply it. Just go ahead and apply it. And life would never cease to be this beautiful journey if you approach, each day with the right positive mindset that nothing in the market's going to drag you down. The problem is most of you are not equipped, in my humble opinion, psychologically to take a flurry of overnight trades. Some people can do it. I would say that you are a unicorn inside a field of horses. You are a unicorn if you could do that. When it comes to trading, you don't need to really reinvent the wheel. You can focus on one winning strategy at a time. Be honest, be sincere with yourself, do what's right. There's nothing magical about this. That's been sort of my guiding principle of consistency. To make it work, you have to live it every day, make it your mindset. People are always like, tomorrow's a new day. I sit there and I'm like, you don't need a new day to start over. You just need a new mindset. Change your fucking toxic mindset already. It's disgusting. I know how it feels like. I've lived the majority of my life in a toxic mindset. I grew up in the ghetto. Knives, stabbed, sliced, scars, broke, food stamps. I've lived the relationship, divorce. I've been through the ringer. I get it. And yes, I'm sure there are people with harder lives than that. I'm positive of it. Don't live with a toxic mindset. Life is way too short. Be happy. You are on this earth for a limited amount of time. This is going to help get you in the right mindset. Do you want to know what really helped, like you guys in the Newsbeat live room, and yes, I'm on YouTube and Facebook, but you want to know what really helped me take better care of you guys? Because once I took better care of myself, you'll be able to better help others. The funny thing in trading is when you figure something out, it doesn't really matter how many times you failed. You only have to be right once to figure out what's good. That's the funny thing about trading. You're supposed to have more hardships to figure it out. Think about somebody who's walking a maze, walking a labyrinth. They can make a million wrong turns, but in order to get to the end, they just have to go the right way once. The same thing is in trading. When everything seems to be going against you in the market, you have to realize these forces pushing back against you are not uncommon. When everything seems to be going against you with your trading, remember that an airplane takes off. An airplane takes off with against the wind, not with it. You only need to be right once. Get your mind right, and everything else your body will follow. I've come from an extremely competitive gaming background. And one of the things that somebody noticed is when I lose, a lot of people I play with, they're upset when they lose at a game. They're mad, they're this, they're pissed. They try real hard, they fail, they're mad. I actually get excited and I laugh. And remember, I was playing a game, StarCraft, and I lost a very good game, and I was beaten, and I was laughing and smiling. And my friend asked me next to me, is like, why are you smiling? Why are you laughing? And I'm like, because we don't grow when things are easy. We grow when we actually face challenges. Losses are meant as an actual growth mechanism. Why do you brush your teeth? Because you got cavities when you didn't. Why do you take care of your health? Because you got sick when you didn't. There are no as easy as people want to make trading seem, it's only easy once you get the mental part right. There are no shortcuts to excellence, ladies and gentlemen, and Wall Street tries to sell you that mentality. There are no shortcuts to excellence. And I know some of you are listening to the way some of these trades trading can work, but you got to really believe it before, yeah, you ever hear somebody say you have to see it to believe it? That's a lie. You don't have to see it to believe it. You ready for this one? You have to believe it before you see it. If you don't believe in what you can do, you will never get there. You know how many people here are going to be the first millionaire in their families? How many of you guys are or are already on that track to be the first millionaire in your family? It's an incredible feeling, right? Right? Right. Second millionaire mark, we won't hold it against you. Third, Kelly, well, shit. Either way. And how many of you were struggling within the past 12 months where you weren't even sure if you were going to be a trader anymore or not? Right. Right. I, you don't need to hear me say right to people in the room. Martin Luther King said, "The time is always right to do what is right." That was from Martin Luther King Jr. And he's right. The time is always right to do what is right. Is it possible one or both of the following statements? Is one or both of the following statements possible? Is it possible that you need to be in a better mindset for success and or Wall Street took you, sent you through the ringer, loaded you up with a bunch of bullshit, charged you for it, and charged you money to give you a strategy that was going to walk you off a cliff, or charged you to give you a course out, or or a mentorship, or a class, or a workshop, or whatever the F you want to call it. Is it possible that one of those two things happened to you right now? And maybe that's why you're in the wrong mentality. I'm not talking, I don't know which one came first, the chicken or the egg. Scientifically, um, scientifically, the egg came first, but I don't want to delve into that. But point is, what came first doesn't really matter Maybe Wall Street led you down this toxic path, and maybe you're toxic as a result because you're so jaded at what actual trading is that you just can't wrap your head around it. You just can't wrap your head around it. I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, with the right mindset, you can turn a painful downfall, you can you could turn a painful downfall into a setup for a great success story, maybe one of the greatest success stories out there. I mean, even if you're on the right track, you have to keep evolving and growing because even if you're on the right track, you're going to get run over if you just sit there, right? And I'm sure you might be surrounded by people around you who are doubtful about trading and they think it's gambling and they think it's all this negative thing. And who can blame them? Look at what Wall Street, look at the people you entrusted to help you. Did those people go out of their way for you when you were struggling? Were those people there for you every single day? Were those people talking to you, answering you, trying to help you? Or did they just get on with their own lives after they chewed you up and spit you out? People will call you crazy, but in the run, they're going to learn that you are right. How many people in this room feel that they're in a better relationship with their girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, family, pets after being inside this service? Yep, me too. You always need to question what you're doing. You need to know how to develop the right mindset that's going to make you rich and consistent. You have to have an open mind. Your mind is like a parachute, and if it doesn't open, it's not going to work. It doesn't work if it's not open. You have to have an open mind. You have to be willing to accept that maybe all the shit you learned is bullshit. Maybe all the things. Buyers are in control, sellers are in control. Go F yourself. 98% of people bomb out when they hear that. Who do you think is going to make a better argumentative point? Shorting names after they shoot up because they went too up. Toxic psychological strategies. Buying these falling knives because they fell too hard. You want to know what's common about everybody who tries to short tops and long bottoms? You might make money, but there'll always be a point where you'll tilt and double and triple and quadruple down into that. It's not worth it. You see, when it comes to the infinite things you could learn in the market, I'm not going to drive myself crazy overthinking. Instead, I'll just trust the path that I'm on and enjoy the moment. You rise by lifting others around you. And I have never made more money in my life as a trader ever since I started helping others on that same path. You got to train your mind to be stronger than your feelings. They say everything in life comes to you at exactly the right moment. Maybe this is exactly the right moment with everything that you're going through right now that you needed to hear exactly what I am telling you right now. Your body can stand almost anything. You could get shot and live. You could get the shit kicked out of you and get up afterwards. It's your mind that you have to convince. Your body can stand almost anything, but it's your mind that you have to convince. Think about what could go right. What if Being a good trader required very few brain cells. And all you guys and girls who did whippets in college are like, I'm listening. I would rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right because I will go further in life that way. You need to really, as a trader, stop being afraid of what could go wrong and just start being positive with what could go right. And as just again, very shamelessly, you want to see me apply this shit in real time. You don't want to swipe your credit card. You want to keep your credit card nice and warm inside your pocket and wallet where it belongs. Try our free open house. Next week, April 19th to 23rd, t3live.com/house. Links also in the description of this video, and that's the last time you'll hear of it. So don't wait. I will be the person who will change your thoughts. If I can change your thoughts and your mindset, then I might be the only person or the first person that will change who you are as a trader. You are what you do. You're not what you say you're going to do. You're going to be right either way. Do you think you can or do you think you can't? Either way, you're right. And I promise you on this journey, for you guys who some of you are going to be going on, some of you with me for 10 years, and you'll all say the same thing. And for you guys who weren't with me for 10 years, 10 years from now, make sure you can say that you chose your life and didn't settle for it. That's all I want you to say 10 years from now for me. Doesn't matter how slowly you went or how long it took you to get to be successful, as so long as you become successful. I mean, you make 38 grand, bro, you made like an average out of college yearly annual salary today. I'm not saying you'll go at that rate, but at that rate, you're making 8 million a year. Rock Bottom has built more heroes than losers. You know when you're on the right path, when you're able to try, push, and succeed at the end of the day. And that's where I want to bring you. Your toughest opponent will be the one inside your head. You need to wake up motivated, and I know that's hard when you have losing overnight positions. Nothing works unless you work. Nothing changes. Nothing's going to change in your life unless you change. That is the only way you're going to dominate the day. The struggle of life ultimately for me is one of our greatest blessings. It makes us patient, sensitive. It teaches us that although the world is full of suffering, the world is also full of the overcoming of it. When we hit, as a trader, hit that lowest point, we are open to the greatest change. And that is what I am hoping. If I don't hope you are at your lowest point, but if you are at your lowest point, I believe that is exactly what you need to see and hear right now. That there is somebody out there who understands exactly what you're going through, and there's somebody out there who actually designed a system that can help people succeed. I want to find that place where people quit. And I want to be there as much as possible. And I want to push through it. In the midst of all this chaos in your life, there is an opportunity to overcome it. And I want to help you. I want to help you make your vision so clear. I want to help make your vision so clear that your fears become completely irrelevant. There are consequences of not practicing self-care every day. You might need help taking care about you. You know how many people can only give a shit about the people around them? Hi, that used to be me for the majority of my life. I'm good at taking care of other people, horrible at taking care of myself. Who can relate with that? I don't take good care of myself. That's why you need to be in an environment of people who try to take good care of you because you might not do it yourself, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, in trading, there is no innovation and creativity without failure, period. Learn that and understand that and admit that. All these people who smile like their shit don't stink in the industry because they make money don't know shit about helping to pull a trader out from where they are and put them on the right track. I think it's time for you to be happy again. I think that everything you need is already inside you. I think you don't need to really wait for other people to light your fire. I feel that I can help you ignite that and push you on the course and take what's already inside you and push you towards that level. You need to really decide what kind of life you really want and say no to everything that isn't that. And I only feel once you do that and fight for that only one cause that you'll get to where you need to go. And just as I tell everybody in the room here, a room where three-fourths of the people say they have a consistently profitable P&L. 3 out of 4 people in my room voted that when I held a poll. You know why? You know why? Because I can admit that what you need to do might not be the same exact thing that I need to do. I just need you to do what you do best. And if I can help you discover what you do best, I will get you to that next level of trading. If you're going to be the person who looks around you, points at other people's profits, points at other people's successes, and wonders why you can't find them yourself, that is because you are not doing what you need to do best. I need to do a better job of putting you on that track. That is going to be my goal. A wise man, a wise trader makes their own decisions. An ignorant trader follows public figures and public opinion. You need to do what you do best. I want to help you discover that. That's the journey in which we can take together. I hope you guys enjoyed this Newsbeat show. Happy trading, make money. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.